Good morning. Today is the day that I promised that I was going to come back on to do the wealth affirmations with you all this morning to help you start your day. We're going to start our day together because I believe that's important. I believe it's important. How you start today will also set the tone with things that will transact for you today. Every day that you wake up, from the moment you open up your eyes, you are transacting business. And it's imperative that you are mindful of this because you're transacting business with your mindset, with your thoughts that you have. And it's important that you wake up in the morning to set the tone for your day as to what you desire to see manifested for you throughout the day. So what you do at the beginning will set the tone for what happened in the middle as well as what happened at the end. And so we're going to do this together. And I'm going to do it just for a few days just to help get you kind of kickstart you and get you started, and just to bring you into my world as to what I do every single day. I wake up in the morning, I do my journaling, I do my affirmations, and I also go over a page in my personal journal book that I've written. I wrote this book in 2018, and every day since I wrote the book, I go over a day in the book because I believe repetition helps us to learn. We learn by repetition. We learn by seeing things over and over. We learn about a product and our service because they play the commercials over and over. And therefore, they do that, the same commercials, they do that so that they can, to put in your mind about the product or services that they are offering, to keep it before your eyes so that you can now, when you need to go and purchase, or if you need that service, you remember, hey, I remember seeing this. I remember them playing this song, or I remember hearing this jingle. And that's why they keep repeating the same thing over and over. We learn by repetition. So therefore, I read my book. I'll read a page from my book every single day, or a day, because it's done by days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 21 days. And I do that every day for at least 21 days. It is said that anything you do for 21 days becomes a habit. For 21 days, all it takes is 21 days to change your entire life. The habits that you have, those habits become patterns, and those patterns become a way of life for you. And so every day I'm waking up and I'm doing my affirmations, I'm doing my journal, and I'm doing some moments of just sitting in silent with myself to gather my thoughts and to just to remind myself that I'm in control here and that no external forces have control, that I'm the one that's creating this reality that I'm currently experiencing. And so I start doing that the moment that I wake up because I know that it's important. I know sometimes we put off for tomorrow the things that we desire to see today. And one thing that we hear, or I hear people saying a lot, oh, my future self. And I posted this in the other, on my personal page on Facebook, about my future self, or I'm waiting for my future looks bright, or my future self. Ladies, there is no future self. All you have is today. When you wake up in the morning, it is what? Today. The next day, when you wake up the next day, it's going to be today. All you have is today. There is no future you. And it's almost as if it's saying that the future you is better than the you that you are now. But we're not going to talk about that because we're coming on here to do affirmations, and that's what we're doing this morning. And so we're going to do the wealth affirmations. So we're going to do wealth affirmations today. And the reason why I decided to do wealth affirmations beyond any other affirmation is because there are a lot of people who are experiencing financial hardship or who are struggling financially. The economic status of a lot of people, even though they go and they work a 9 to 5 every single day, there's still a measure of struggle that they are experiencing. And This is to help. That's what this is about. This is to help you kickstart the right information in your mind that it's going to take in order for you to manifest the reality that you want to manifest, okay? First, let me just say this because I think it's imperative to say this. God, however you look at God or see God as, source, energy, creator, universe, whatever you see that as, whatever you call God, that is that thing. God is not a separate entity from you. God exists within each one of us and in the form of infinite consciousness. And in order for you to bring about massive transformation economically, spiritually, psychologically, and emotionally, you're going to have to discard limiting self-belief held in the subconscious mind and replace them with positive and empowering messages. So one way to do that is, first of all, understanding that God is not a separate entity that exists outside of the body, that exists inside of the cloud, that's sitting on a throne somewhere separate from you. God is it's in you in the form of infinite consciousness. Okay? So our first affirmation, because we're going to do one a day, our first affirmation is, I see God multiplying back to me all of the money that I use, give, or circulate in any way in a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. I'm going to read it again because I think it's important for us to say it again. This is the wealth manifestation that I say every day. I see God multiplying back to me all of the money that I use, give, or circulate in any way in a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. Now, there are certain words in here that I use, and those words are important. Why they're important? Because in order to change your income status, it's going to come with you changing your attitude about money. You have to change how you view money. I know it has been said that the root of money, or the love of money, is the root to all evil. However, there's a misconception with that statement. I do agree that some people, when they get or have money, they do evil things. But to desire money that's going to be able to pay your bills, that's going to be able to take you out to dinner if you want to pay for your meal, you're going to need money in order to do those things. And to say that money is evil when you go to work every single day to work for an evil possession to come inside of your household, that to me is insane. It's ludicrous. It is people that have large sums of money who do evil things with that money because they feel like they are capable and they have the resources in order to be able to do those things. But to desire money and to love money, for me personally, I love having money. I love the fact that I can pay my bills. I love the fact that if I want to go out and eat at a 5-star restaurant, or if I want to dine or go to a 5-star hotel or a Michelin type restaurant, I can do those things without having to stress, without it being a strain or without having guilt that I'm spending this evil thing in order to acquire some things that I want, not just to take care of my bills, but things that I desire for myself. So, in order to change your income, you're going to have to change what's within and what's coming out. What's in coming out of you, the thoughts that you think about money, because there's nothing evil about the word money. There's nothing evil about having money. Money is a good thing. Money loves me. This is what I tell myself every day. Money loves me. Money is attracted to me. Money is looking for ways for me to spend it. And therefore, because money is attracted to me, now if you go on my other page, you will see that I posted on there, everything in this life starts with an attraction. I.e., when a man and a girl meets one another, the first thing they look at, there's some type of physical attraction between that man and that woman. And that's for one, that's how you're going to know whether or not, I think I might want to pursue this a little bit further because he looked good. Likewise with the man. He see this woman, and like, yeah, man, she fine. You know what I mean? She all that. That's the first form of connection between you and that man. Likewise, that is in everything that we do. We eat with our eyes, right? They bring your food to your table. You're going to eat it with your eyes first. That's an attraction. You are attracted to that particular picture that you see of that particular food item, and you order that particular item. Like, well, who you attract in your life has a lot to do with your own personal desire. I'm going to say that as far as relationships, as far as friendships. And if you wonder why you are stuck and stagnated in life, check your connections. Check the connections that you are associated with. If the people around you are not going anywhere, if the people around you are not moving, they're not growing, they're not transforming their life, you don't see any growth, check the connections. Disengage at any moment that you want to. You don't even have to stay connected to me. And I tell people this, that I mentor. If you do not feel like you are benefiting from anything that I'm teaching, disconnect. And it's just like any other place. If you are a part of a country club, or if you're part of an organization, and they said, well, hey, if you don't like the services that we're offering, you can always remove your membership. Okay, so it's the same way with people. Check your connections. If the places, people, or things that you are connected to are stuck and stagnated, you need to remove yourself from that place, because stagnated water, in the natural, there is no life in stagnated water. And when there's nothing that's there, that's moving, that has a life force, things will eventually begin to die. And that's what some of you have been doing. You have been connected to people or to communities, to associations, and you have been slowly dying. Spiritually, economically, you don't see any growth. So, in order for you to change your relationship with money, it's going to take you changing your attitude that you have about money. So there are certain words that I use when it comes to money, certain words that I don't use when it comes to money, because everything is an energy. Money is an energy. Money is an energy that's looking for a way to get into your hand so that you can do or give it a command to do what you want it to do. So instead of using the word spin, I like to use the word circulate, because everything circulates. The word circulates tells your subconscious mind that the money that is going out is going to circle back to me. And when it comes back to me, it's going to bring more money back with it. It ain't just coming back the way in which it was. It's going to circulate and come all the way back around to me. So I like to use the word circulate. So when I circulate my money, it's going to come back. When I circulate my money at that restaurant, it's going to come back. And when you begin to use that word, it completely, for me, it changes the outlook from scarcity to one of abundance. Right? I hope that makes sense. But because you use the word circulate, let me put this disclaimer out here. That doesn't give you, well, you can do what you want to do, but that doesn't give you, or I would not recommend you becoming reckless with your money. It just simply means that wherever you give money for any legitimate reason, you do not hold a scarcity mindset and instead give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that the money is going to come back to you multiplied. So I'm going to go over that affirmation that we did again. For those of you that are going to watch the replay, this is the affirmation. And here it goes. I see God multiplying back to me all of the money that I use. Right? Remember, you are using this money. All the money that I use, number one, that I give because you're giving money, number two, and that you are circulating in any way. So it's going to come back in a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. I'm going to say it again. I see God multiplying back to me all of the money that I use, give, or circulate in any way in a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. That's the affirmation.